Hello everyone, welcome back to another session of AWS Mastery course. And in this session, we are going to create Elastic Block Store, and we are going to understand like how we can create the volume and how we can attach that particular volume with the EC2 instances. So now let's start the session. So we are having two concepts with the same name like EBS. First one is Elastic Block Store and the second one is Elastic Beanstalk. So don't get confused if you are getting EBS. Always make sure verify like whether it is Elastic Block Store or Elastic Beanstalk. So Elastic Beanstalk we are going to learn in the upcoming sessions. But in this particular session we are learning about Elastic Block Store. What is Elastic Block Store? So now let's suppose we are purchasing one laptop. So after purchasing a laptop, we need to have, I can say, an external hard drive. So wherever we are required extra space, we can attach that particular hard drive to our computer. Okay. So once the hard drive is attached with our system, we'll be having extra space, extra storage. Just like that, we are just creating volume, or I can say extra storage for our instances or our EC2 instance, whether it is Windows or Linux or any other instance. We are just creating a volume and we are just attaching with our instance with our machine. Okay, like as you can see, a block storage service designed for use with Amazon EC2. This is what I have just explained you, and we are having some key features. So first one is high availability and durability. It is very much durable. And scalable storage with various performance option means as per your requirement you can scale up or scale down the storage, okay, whatever the need you are having. And snapshots and data encryption support. So this Elastic Block Store having snapshot support means whenever you are doing anything you can just have a snapshot, and if there is any kind of disaster or mishappening, you can just what I can say, you can just create particular volume with that particular snapshot. Okay, so for example, like I'm teaching you, if we are taking, if it is possible, we are taking a snapshot of this particular moment when I'm teaching you. Let's suppose something happened to this, to our planet Earth. Maybe after 100 years someone is able to get this particular snapshot. We are just taking one what I can say hypothetical situation, able to get this I can say this particular snapshot. And if that person is able to I can say recreate this particular image from that particular snapshot, then I can say after 100 years I'll be teaching you just like the way I'm teaching. From here particular movement we can resume that. This is how a snapshot actually works. So another example we can take like WhatsApp. Okay, so it is not exactly, but in WhatsApp, like every night at 2 p.m. 2 a.m. sorry, WhatsApp used to take one backup. Okay, so if there is anything happened with your mobile phone, so you will be having the backup of the data till that particular day till 2 a.m. Okay, but this is not the I can say snapshot, but it is somewhat related to that, you can actually understand. So we are having a snapshot functionality as well, and we are having the data encryption functionality. So this is all about the EBS, which is Elastic Block Store. Now let's just go to our AWS console home and let's try to create one EBS volume and try to attach this EBS volume with our EC2 instance. Okay, so we'll be creating one EBS and the volume, and then we'll be creating one EC2 instance, and then we will be connecting this particular EBS to our EC2 instance. Okay, so now let's just go to our Amazon Web Services console home. So as you can see, I'm in my AWS console. Okay, now let's just click on EC2. Okay, so once you clicked on EC2, you can see like we are having lots of options. If you are scrolling down, so we are having something called Elastic Block Store, and with this Elastic Block Store we are having one option which is volumes. So now let's just click on this volumes. Okay, so first, in order to create a volume we need to create the instance as well. So like very quickly I'm just creating one instance in another window. So let's just create the Linux instance so that we can save some time. So okay, it has been terminated. let me just launch a new instance. So name like my machine. Okay, and I'm just taking Ubuntu, and I'm not going to use any key pair. And also let's just leave this network setting on default, and let's just click on launch instance. Okay, so very quickly we have just created one instance. Okay, and now let's just click over here. So here the instance is in pending state. It will take few seconds, and if I we can refresh it from here as well. So it is in pending state. Okay, now let's just try to create the volume as well. So here we are in the EBS volume, and let's just click on create volume. So we are having some options like volume type. So we are having general purpose SSD GP3, GP2, and by default it is selected GP3. So we are just going with that. You can have magnetic standard hard drive. You are having cold HDD, or we can say we are having throughput optimized HDD. So we are having lots of options. You can choose anyone as per your I can say requirement. Okay, and also earlier like we were having only GP2, but they introduced GP3 I can say very recently. And we can say when we are using GP3, we can optimize or we can reduce the cost of using these volumes. Okay, so the size is 100 gigs, and IOPS we are having 3000 like input output operation per second. And then we are having throughput, means like the minimum speed, and the maximum will be like 100 MB. Okay, like it is baseline is 125 MB per second, means whenever we are having any data transfer or any kind of operation or process, like it will take this kind of thing. And we are having this availability zone as AP South 1A. So this thing is very much important if you are creating a volume. Okay, otherwise like if you are not choosing this availability zone in a proper manner, then you will not be able to connect with this availability zone with your I can say EC2 instance. So now let's just open this, and let me just, so now you can see my machine is running, EC2 instance is running, and here availability zone you can see AP South 1B. Okay, so we are just choosing AP South 1B only. Okay, so now both the things are in the same availability zone. Now let's just click on create volume. Okay, so we have just clicked on the create volume. We are having this 8 GB, which is I can say by default, and then we are having this 100 GB. And so we are having this 100 GB. Okay, so we have created this 100 GB of volume. Now let's just try to attach this volume with our EC2 instance. So now just click on action, and then we are having this I can say option, which is attach volume. So once you will click on attach and you will click on instance, we can see we are having our machine running, which is running machine. Okay, so this is how we can actually understand. And apart from that, we are having lots of I can say devices. You can choose any device as per your requirement. Okay, and these are just the data volume, like kind of name of your data volumes. Okay, so now let's just click over here, and as you can see, successfully attached volume to this particular instance. Okay, so what we have done, we have just created one EC2 instance, and also we have created EBS volume as well, and we have connected this EBS volume to EC2 instance. Okay, now let's just check whether we have exactly connected the EBS volume with our EC2 instance or not. So for doing that, let's just go to our EC2 instance console, and let's just click over here, and let you will be seeing lots of options over here, like details, set status and alarms, monitoring, security, networking, and lots of options, and storage as well. Now once you will click on storage, and And in the storage you will see like we are having volume of 8 gigs and 100 gigs as well. Okay, 8 GB and 100 GB. So these both the volumes has been connected to our EC2 instance. Okay, so we have just connected the volumes. Okay, and if we, in order to use these volumes, you just have to mount these like by using, like, that's a different process. And in the upcoming sessions I will be able to let you know like how you can actually mount these particular, like the volume which we have just attached, how we can actually mount this volume, and we can create one file in our machine. Okay, so now you guys have understood like what is elastic block store and how we can create the volumes and how we can attach these volumes with our EC2 instances. So that's it for now. Let's meet in the next session. Till then, just take care of yourself. Thank you so much.